As the air turns crisp and the days grow shorter, a familiar ritual unfolds in yards and gardens everywhere. We diligently rake, blow, and gather the brilliant cascade of autumn leaves into massive piles. For generations, the next step has been the same, stuffing them into bags and hauling them to the curb, treating them like trash. It's a seasonal chore we perform without a second thought. But what if I told you that with every bag you discard, you're throwing away the most valuable, free resource your garden will ever see? That's right. Those leaves are not waste. They are pure garden gold. They are a perfectly packaged gift from nature, packed with the essential carbon, nutrients, and minerals that trees have spent an entire season drawing up from deep within the earth. Instead of sending this treasure to a landfill, there's a simple ancient technique you can use: bury them. By returning these leaves to the ground, you kickstart a powerful natural process. You'll be feeding the beneficial microbes and earthworms that are the architects of healthy soil. Over the winter, they will work tirelessly, transforming this leafy matter and your existing soil into a dark, crumbly, nutrient-rich sponge. This revitalized foundation will hold more water, suppress weeds, and provide a feast for your plants come spring. So, what's the magic happening beneath our feet? It's not magic, but a fascinating biological process. When you bury leaves, you're providing a feast for a hidden world of soil microorganisms. Think of leaves as a massive carbon deposit. This carbon is the primary energy source for countless bacteria and fungi. As these microbes get to work, they consume the carbon from the leaves, but to build their own bodies and reproduce, they also need nitrogen. They pull this essential element from the surrounding soil. This is why the carbon-to-nitrogen ratio is so crucial in composting. The microbes lock up soil nitrogen temporarily as they break down the carbon-rich leaves. This initial phase is a powerful investment in your soil's future. Once the easily digestible compounds are gone, specialized fungi take over, breaking down the tougher lignin and cellulose that give leaves their structure. Through this complex cycle of consumption and decay, a miraculous substance is formed: humus. This isn't just rotten leaves, it's a stable, dark, spongy material, the very essence of fertile soil. Humus is chemically active, with a negative charge that allows it to attract and hold onto positively charged nutrients like calcium and potassium, preventing them from washing away. This is known as high cation exchange capacity. It also acts like a sponge, holding up to 90% of its weight in water, which dramatically improves your soil's drought resistance. Furthermore, it binds soil particles together into stable aggregates, creating a perfect crumbly structure. This improves drainage in heavy clay soils and water retention in sandy soils, creating the ideal environment for healthy roots to thrive and access the nutrients they need. Composting leaves above ground takes months and often loses nutrients to air and rain, but burying locks those nutrients right where plants need them, in the root zone. No turning, no waiting, just nature doing the work quietly underground. Now, let's get into the specifics of burying leaves, a technique often called trench composting. The absolute most important first step is to chop or shred your leaves. Why is this so critical? It's all about surface area. Whole leaves, especially when wet, tend to mat together, creating a dense, slimy layer that blocks air and water. This leads to slow, smelly, anaerobic decomposition. By shredding them with a lawnmower, a leaf shredder, or even a string trimmer in a garbage can, you're creating millions of tiny edges. This dramatically increases the surface area available for beneficial soil microbes and fungi to get to work, accelerating the entire process. Smaller pieces decompose significantly faster and ensure that the breakdown is happening aerobically, which is key for creating high-quality compost. Once your leaves are shredded, it's time to dig. Find a spot in your garden that won't be disturbed for a few months, like an empty vegetable bed or between rows of perennials. Dig a shallow trench about 8 to 10 inches deep. This depth is the sweet spot. It's deep enough to be insulated, but shallow enough to allow for oxygen exchange, which the microbes need to thrive. Now, fill the trench with your shredded leaves. For an extra boost, you can mix in some green materials like fresh grass clippings or kitchen scraps to balance the carbon-rich leaves with nitrogen, creating a perfect diet for your soil organisms. Finally, cover the leaves with the soil you originally excavated. This soil layer is crucial. It keeps the leaves moist, prevents them from blowing away, and inoculates the pile with the very microbes that will perform the decomposition magic. And that's it. Now, you just let nature take its course. Over the next 3 to 6 months, depending on your climate and soil moisture, those buried leaves will be completely transformed. You'll notice the soil level in the trench slowly sinking as the organic matter breaks down and compacts. When you dig into that spot next season, you won't find leaves. Instead, you'll uncover the richest, darkest, most nutrient-dense soil amendment you could ever hope for, teeming with life and ready to supercharge your garden's health. Here's the best part. Earthworms are drawn to buried leaves. They move in, chew through the decomposing material, and leave behind castings that supercharge your soil with nutrients. More worms mean better aeration, better drainage, and healthier roots come spring. Not all leaves are equal. Soft leaves like maple, birch, and fruit trees break down fast. Tougher leaves like oak take longer. Shred them finer or mix them with compost. Avoid evergreen or waxy leaves. They resist decomposition and can make soil acidic. Fall is the perfect time. Just before the ground freezes, bury leaves in your vegetable beds, under fruit trees, or even in flower borders. By spring, you'll dig into soft, dark earth that feels completely renewed. So this fall, don't bag your leaves. Bury them. It's free fertilizer, free compost, and free soil magic right under your feet. Subscribe to Soil Story for more hidden gardening tricks that keep your soil and your garden alive all year long.